Hello everyone, Agion here, another Steel Division Normandy 44 replay. So on the south side, as the 101st Airborne, we have max damage. So on the top side, as the, what was it, the 716th Infantry, we have Infamous. Which, by the way, he does have an artillery piece, the PZH, the Panzer Hummel Lord. I'm not sure what the A actually stands for. So the Panzer something. Loren Model F already out on the field, so he's probably going to eye for a quick barrage onto the approaching infantry that's expecting. And I thought the max deployment time's 3 minutes. That's why I started the replay just a little bit early. By the way, hopefully today was a bit of a busy day for me. I got to use and learn how to use an auger to drill some holes in the ground, so I'm a little bit tired at the moment, and this replay still has not moved. It's a 4-minute mark. This deployment phase is quite long. There it goes. Deployment phase is now done. For some odd reason, I was thinking it's a max 3 minutes, but that was reached a 4-minute, 30-second mark. We got some, a lot of infantry coming down here and a lot of infantry over here. We do got a couple AT guns and some infantry along the right side, but we only have a reconnaissance unit over here. But we do have a bigger push over here with reconnaissance, infantry, MG, and a command unit versus a defensive MG and a infantry unit. Both these factions do have the aggressive battle phase A, so they do have the full 100 income. Then the 101st does get a little bit slight advantage in income, and then equalizes out in the final part. We do got some Osttruppen being deployed in the center. We do also have an officer unit for them. That's very nice. But there's a lot of infantry units, including airborne engineers that do have the flamethrower. That will make short work of Osttruppen. The engineers starting to roll forward. The flamethrower starts roasting away. Forces the unit out of cover. Now sustaining a huge amount of damage. You got the Panzer Lorraine. It looks like to me it's just a Hummel, but that's probably not correct. I don't know all the pieces of equipment back in World War II. There's in comparison when it comes to model number and yada yada and so forth, because there's a huge amount. There's a lot of airborne engineer teams, which they also do have 3 Thompsons, so they do have quite a bit of SMG damage. We got the squad moving on forward. The Thompsons in range, so should make short work of these Osttruppen. We also got a Pack 40 throwing its HE rounds into the mix. But this is a time where the Axis player wishes he had a Mosquito Pathfinder to burn that city. However, there is a P-51D Mustang coming in for a bomber run, maybe eyeing for the Panzer Lorraine. Yes, both the bombs have dropped down there. Will initiate a fallback. Will not kill it. It is an open-top vehicle, so it is very vulnerable to bombs and aircraft strafing runs. Looks like the Axis player has been forced out of the city. These engineering teams are way too strong for him to deal with at the moment. He's bringing another PZ Lorraine. So you will have more artillery being brought in, which is one way to deal with these very contested cities. Just obliterate the place by indirect fire and also bombers, really. P-51D Mustangs coming in for another strafing run. Didn't really get a full burst on. I think you can shoot much farther if you were to sort of swing out a little bit farther. We do got these Osttruppen getting ripped apart by the MG team. He will manual fall back before the panic fall back and trying to eye for the building most likely. We've got these Osttruppen heading for this building as well. Currently the map control is 51% to 49, and it's probably a good time to grab my drink. Artillery should start raining in once again. Sooner rather than later. You got a Panzer B2 I believe that's a captured French tank. I'm not familiar with that model. I think it does have along with the main gun, it has a mortar pestle in front. Yes, it does. If you are anything familiar with Dawn of War 2 or 1, think of the Bane blade with its demolisher cannon. Or was it an Annihilate cannon? The big gun, the big or the, if you think familiar with computers too, think of the Churchill ARVE. You got a jeep of machine gun being set up in this area, probably for defensive reasons. 2 MGs hitting this Osttruppen can be quite effective. He's going to use his artillery to start raining in this general area, trying to soften it up. Much more easier to deal with than dealing with this city. City does provide more cover. And while they're very tightly grouped over here, so getting some good hits can do some devastating damage. Over here for defense against this tank, there's only Pathfinders with its not bazooka, but gammon bombs, which only have a range of 100 meters. I think bazookas have a range of 200 meters, so yeah. That extra 100 meters really does mean a lot, but with a lack of extra 100 meters, it'd be quite hard to defend if there's some sort of reconnaissance unit to spot for it. At the moment, there's no reconnaissance unit, so these guys will be fine. Actually, enough, he's calling an artillery barrage, I'm guessing right around here. Those forces right here. He shouldn't generally know by the front line that he won't be right here. You got some more infantry, most likely Osttruppen, and we also got a mortar team. We got 2 aircraft coming forward, 2 51D Mustangs coming for a bombing run. This Panzer Lorraine is definitely their target. It may take it out because it's open top turret, but does not. We do also, we got a Flammenpanzer B2F. So we do got a flame tank now. That is something devastating to deal with. It will help burn these units alive inside the city. That's probably a bit too specific saying burned alive. Either way, you got this B2 in light cover. You can see that yellow shield. You got Airborne engineers coming up forward with their flamethrowers, but they're getting suppressed. I don't see the flamethrowers not in range also. They're just only using their grands. And they will get pinned down. Osttruppen could run forward and try to force them to surrender. Oh, something also I should mention. I just reached the 100 subscriber mark on my YouTube channel. That's a pretty good achievement for somebody just starting out. Last time I checked, I was at 101 subscribers. The only number that comes to mind with that number is something guide, 101 guide to something, or 101 Dalmatians. That's the only thing I can come up with, 101. We got some reinforcing units over here. The Airborne Engineers is an interesting option because flamethrower in the open field not too effective. However, he's behind the force, a line of sight blocker, so that's actually an excellent position for him. He does spot these advancing Osttruppen with his MG. These Osttruppen are currently firing upon this. Actually, it's not inside in the building. That is a bit of a problem. And Insleek gets pinned and initiates a fallback due to the fact that it's getting burned alive. It's not exactly pleasant. We do got the P-51D air superiority fighter. Did get a good strafing on into the Panzer Lorraine. And we got this Panzer B getting some very good hits with 8 armor. It can withstand quite a bit of hits, and we'll take out that AT gun. Now, they should only have to worry about these gammon bombs, which are a bit of a problem, but these Osttruppen can spot for them. Here's the flame tank now rolling on forward. The flame tank should start burning these guys alive. The reason why I say burn these guys alive reminds me of Come to Heroes 2 quote. I almost feel bad about burning them alive. Almost. And put a bit more the most or accent, and you probably generally get the idea. I love games. RTS is really good dialogue, even if it sounds a bit more insane than actual or reasonable dialogue. In Wargame and including Steel Division, they use more generic lines but translated in every language depending on who's actually speaking it. For example, it always come down to his infantryman and his rifle, and it pretty much says that line for every country, just in different languages and accents. Like have Australian accent, British accent, so on and so forth. Oh, this unit hasn't. Well, I'm trying to see how much units it has fire. I haven't really seen it fire all too much. But still in the fallen back state, so I can't really look. We got the flamethrower now coming on forward. I actually fired quite a bit. Just haven't really been paying attention. It's fired 19 rounds. So far, forces surrender cuz being burned alive tends to make you screw it, I'm not being burned alive. I really need to stop saying burned alive. I've already said that. It's really something I should saying, I'm not really sure what else to say. Flammenpanzer B2 is starting to move forward. We got nice smoke barrages coming right around here, allowing this engineer team to start burning them alive. And we do have battle phase B initiated. We do got a Sherman, amphibious Sherman tank. Clearly you need the amphibious ability in this map. Which the Sherman tank only has, what, 8 actually has 9 armor, so it can withstand these B2s. And very good positioning, not even being the forest, so there is a huge line of sight blocker in front of them on the ambush anything nearby, and seeing there's a lot of these engineer units. And the officer unit doesn't have any good range tactics, has carbine and Thompsons primarily. It's a very good position. And Allstruppen is actually not half bad a position for the Allstruppen. They do have, in fact, LMGs, which really help, but he needs to start removing that Browning. We got another Sherman tank now being queued on forward. We got a... Oh yeah, this faction, the heaviest tanks they get is pretty much Panzer 39s and B2s. They don't get any Stugs, Panzer 3s, Panzer 4s. It's one reason why I don't really want to look at this, the 716th. I think, how on earth is this a viable faction or combat group to play as? They don't have any heavy armor. Ooh, very nice. They're able to take out that piece of artillery. I don't think they even have any AT aircraft either. No HS-129s or JU-87s. So they have really no heavy anti-tank assets. They only have light stuff and manned crew teams. One reason why I just don't like this the 716th. Me, on paper, they just look horrible, so I don't even bother trying to use them. You got this mortar tank or artillery tank. It only has 4 shots. I don't really know how to describe it. Do have a P-51D coming on forward. It is receiving some fire from these Flak 37 millimeters. Excuse me, 37 millimeters. You got this Panzer II. When we start firing some shots, but it has nothing to penetrate its frontal armor. Though it does have the HE cannon, so it can perhaps force a panic and try to run up and kill it, but has nothing to take it out at the moment. You got this is a heavier aircraft. I think that's a Flak 88 being carried forward. Actually, with the wait, he got it? How on earth did he get it? There's 9 frontal armor. His weapon has 7 arm penetration. You can't penetrate the frontal armor. Is this some sort of hidden HE value for this big gun? I don't understand how on earth that Sherman died. There must be some sort of hidden HE value. That's clearly the frontal armor, unless that's the rear armor being exposed, but that's clearly frontal armor. Unless, maybe it was this guy. All the ammo's depleted. It might have been that guy. I wonder. It is, Space has those 3 large rockets. This symbol, if you look from distance, is very misleading. So it must have been that guy firing a very accurate barrage on it. That's the only thing I can see that can actually wipe it out. That B2 was killed off by the AT gun, however. We do got another P-51D, but there's enough AA in the area. This is a Flak 88. It has a very good line of sight down the road. We'll reach all the way to here. There's a little bit of blind spot here, but that should be fine. So that's a very potent position for it. Currently, field control is still in favor of the Allied player, with approaching 900 tickets at the moment. We got some more and more bomb runs coming on, and we do got another Flak 88 being deployed. Wipes out both the Austrian squads with that bombing run. He's going to have to fight this Panzer 39. We do got the AT gun destroying that Panzer 39. And we do got the Flak 88 now deployed out in the field. We'll find this truck. We'll get a nice pin and some morale damage on that unit. But this Flak 88 has, trying to select on it, but the transport's covering it. Though there is this tree slightly covering it. If you were to move it over, you can get some very good line of sight the road. We got another aircraft rolling on in, but there's enough AA in the area to force away before he actually does something big. We do got another field gun here. We also do got some air superiority fighters now being deployed. Looks like the PE2 is laying into the MG team. That's very nice. But let's see how on earth you'll take on this Sherman tank. Currently, it's out of range, well out of range of the Flak 88. We got another P-51D Mustang coming in through, but may get shot down by the air superiority fire, the ME-109. In fact, it does. We do got a 356 millimeter Collin vehicle. This radio equipment is on a Ford, if that means anything, really. And we do got a, what was that? Yeah, it's time on target. So this area will be shortly devastated by huge artillery. Oh, looks like we got some sort of incendiary run here. I'm not sure what caused that. Looks like the Flam Panzer is also down. Might have been from that. Neither of these groups have incendiary bomber, unless they added something new of that and realized there was a recent patch. I think it fixed the bug where like the Fallschirmjäger's sniper only had 3 rounds before. I think they fixed that bug. We got this MG team forcing a pin down on this Flak 88. That's very good. And we do got the heavy artillery being rained in, Kills off 2 squads, maybe in third over here. I wasn't really paying attention to it. We've got another radio operator coming on in. So he's going to bring in a lot of artillery onto the field. We've got another Panzer 35, a Hotchkiss. And the Flak 88 will initiate a fallback. A lot of aircraft being coming in for a bombing run. We'll probably get this Osttroop. We'll be hitting this area of bombs, which just cause them pinned down. And battle phase C is almost commenced with only 20 seconds remaining. You got a time on target, a tight barrage coming on this unit. A very focused barrage, which means he really wants that Flak 88 dead. Currently, the Flak 88s are a huge problem for him since he's airborne. He's going to be relying on his aircraft more than his opponent. We'll initiate a pin down. Only one shot pin down? That had to be a bug. That was only one. Oh, there's the rest. We'll get some very good hits there. That was only 3 shots. Oh, there's some more. Looks like it's just over our duration, apparently. Longer duration. And we've got another huge barrage here. Taking out a half-track AT gun and an MG. Those artillery pieces, overall, they are very effective at one-time uses. But generally, they're not too cost-effective for how expensive they can really be. Got more call-in artillery being being brought in. He's deciding not to bring in any indirect fire on these couple mortar teams. He's going to bring in all the heavy artillery off map. Got another time a barrage being designated right there. Got this pack running low on HE ammo. But of course, you don't really use a pack primarily for HE. Use it for AP, really. You got his own radio operator coming in. Just looks like the smallest piece so far being called on the map. 170 millimeter. Over here, this was 203, if I had not mentioned that already. This Flak 88 is still alive. With only 3 members left, he needs to be a bit more defensive with it. And the barrage coming in wipes out the Flak 88. Almost gets the Pack 40. So that was a very good barrage. Another barrage coming on in. And see, he's fighting against a player who does not have access to anything really heavy. Using these barrages are very effective. In comparison, I would say this faction, well, this group could only pull in lighter medium tanks, such as the Panzer. Panzer 3 is, I will sort of roll into that group as well. And I'm pretty sure these are all French origin made tanks. You got an Axis time on target right here, and we do got this Flammable Warfare barrage. That's must have what caused that fire. So that definitely not killed off that Sherman tank. So I have no idea how on earth that Sherman tank actually died. Sherman tank had much higher armor. There was 0% chance of armor penetration. There must have been some sort of hidden armor penetration value for that big gun. Looks like the bazookas will kill off that Hotchkiss, the command Hotchkiss. More and more units being called on in. Currently, the Allies still have a huge amount of tickets in their favor. Ooh, a very focused time on target onto this target, onto the Flak 88. Trying to remove these heavier assets. These are pretty much the heaviest assets this player can deploy. Strafe runs to hit the comm engineers down to its very last amount of suppression and down to 2 members. We do have this air superiority, does get forced back by the various flak weapons, and this unit will get taken out. We got a Sherman tank. Currently its side armor is shown. The side armor is currently 4, so this unit can penetrate it. And do got, I think, yeah, the max damage that is an allied time on target, and we do got an Axis time on target over here. There's a lot of radio trucks in that area. So if that actually takes them out, that is huge. I think some of them are starting to run low on ammo. This one's definitely out of ammo. He's full, pushing it back all the way. This unit will get taken out. So you do got this unit sustaining huge amount of damage. So the barrage here did claim an MG, forces a fallback on the Ford. An ammo truck ready for this Warferman. Get it resupplied so we can call in more and more artillery himself. And we do got a very good spot for a time on target. We'll hit these airborne rifles. There is also a glider leader. Glider leader does have bazooka, and of course it's 10-man. For an officer unit, that's actually quite powerful. Having 10 men. We do got these airborne rifles now moving on forward, but one of them does get pinned down. This barrage could do a significant amount of damage. This barrage looks like it's going to roll largely a miss, however. This barrage doing a significant amount of pins. Starting to get a couple models down. We'll claim the transport, that's minimum. This mortar team's down to 1 member, so he's trying to strafe it down. You got a M8, the pintle mounts firing up at them. Ooh, he moves some units into the kill zone. A huge amount of damage being applied. We'll claim one of the units. I don't try. I'm gonna try to pronounce that. And all these pintle mounts are forcing away the aircraft. And we do got air superiority fighters chasing them down. Most likely we'll be able to escape. Though he's now in range with his MGs. And he will not get the kill. More and more off-map artillery is going to be called in. Ooh, we got a nice barrage. We'll wipe out one of those units. Allies still controlling the field at +1 ticket for the entirety of the game, at currently at 1,600. This aircraft may in fact go down. Yes, it does in fact go down thanks to the AAs riding a fallback, and then the ME-19 getting the kill. And I'm not exactly sure how the Axis player can actually turn this game around. He's been sustaining so much indirect fire, and he went for those 2 heavy artillery pieces early on, and they did get taken out by airstrikes. It didn't really accomplish all too much. But he is starting to kill off these aircraft, so he's starting to claim the skies as his own. But it's still a bit too late. He can call in some time on target right around here. One of these guys must be running out of ammo soon. He also got some AA weapons being set up. He's going to lose airfield control, so he's going to deploy some AA. So we've got another blind barrage. Who, at the current rate, will miss. We've also got a Scott out on the field. Scott is a field support weapon. We've got this barrage from the Warfrmen doing quite a bit of damage right there. This time on target may hit a couple of these vehicles as they start moving forward, but most likely they will generally miss. Ooh, it does get a nice suppression right there. And pinned down. You got a B2 now, the same B2 from earlier, rolling on forward. We'll actually find this 203 if it rolls around. This vehicle is trying to attack it. You can see it's trying to face towards and fire something, but it will not be successful. We've got these bazookas here. That is a huge problem. We also got some Bofors here. The Bofors do a good amount of suppression. We got a Sherman tank hitting the Panzer II. Oh, we do have an HS-129, so he will have some heavier aircraft to strafe. Because he's hitting the Scott, we'll get a hit, but won't get a kill, and be forced to fall back. We will not get a kill on the Scott. And there's no interceptors to hit it, so you will rearm, reload, repair, and then head back on the field. But we do have a number of Sherman tanks out, and he needs more of those aircraft. He won't be able to survive all these Sherman tanks if it start roaming around for too long. There is a Flak 88. Currently, it's falling back. That's not a good position for it. There's a bombing runs coming in. He may be eyeing for the Bofors. He may be eyeing to add suppression to the Sherman, but will be forced to fall back sooner rather than later. Overall, very good field control by the Allied player. He will kill off the Greyhound, but in return, he will kill off the Panzer B2. Panzer B2 is definitely much more valuable. Granted, the Greyhound is a reconnaissance unit, if I remember correctly. He will take out the pack, but most likely will lose the Mustang. Granted, there is enough AA here to force a fall back on that one, but he will splash it down. Huh. Was gaining light cover? Did not know these aircraft can get light cover. There are clouds in the sky I'm not familiar with. We'll kill off another radio operator vehicle, so it looks like all the Allied indirect fire will be expended. However, with approaching 2,000 tickets, he'll be hard pressed. He needs to get pretty much a +3 in his favor now in order to actually win. He's far from getting that point. He's airborne. They're meant to be surrounded. You got another radio operator. You could fire off a bit more and then head back. home. This radio operator is also getting hit. Oh, I think I know why that Sherman tank went down. The range. It was close to the minimum range, so each 100 meters closer of your maximum range, you gain +1 armor penetration. At that range, he must have got +3 or +4. That's how he got the kill in that Sherman tank. That's how. I forget about that. Over's being pinned down. This HS-29 is trying to get a good strafing run in, but he's gonna get apparently lost in line of sight. He'll most likely be forced back by all these pinto mounts. We'll get strafe and kill off that transport, but that's minimum. He needs to hit the Sherman tank. He's lining up the shots. We'll get some very good shots towards it. Or rolls all misses. And ammunition not depleted. He can always strafe with his MGs, but that's not all too effective. Plus he's going to be forced back now. Got an M10 tank destroyer. The heaviest unit I think the Airborne can actually deploy in armor penetration wise on a vehicle. We got a Warfman barrage coming in. It looks like a blind barrage. We'll roll a bunch of misses and very large scatter at the moment. Scott's going to apply some very good HE rounds. We do have a PAC 43 rolling up the center of town where he knows there's a unit there. That's very dangerous, and they don't have any defending crew members for MGs. And looks like Infamous has surrendered. This is Lord.agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.